Oh my God, oh my God, oh my Lord God. Hi guys, Stephen at Fortune Man for Fortune, creating fortunes for the future. Today we're going to look at some chart work to indicate and show relatively when the best time to open up a trade. There's a few strategies that I'm applying, and I'm going to keep it as simple as I can because it can be very, very complicated. But anyway, first things first. Click on the subscribe to my YouTube video, and you will get a lot more of these ideas in the future to help you trade successfully on the financial market. It is $1 trillion industry that you'll be tapping into, and it's not as hard as it seems, but if you get it wrong, it can be drastic. So I'm going to just show you some strategy. And of course, investing.com, it's a free website to allow you to access these charts. There should be a link below this video also. And I'm going to use investing.com as my basic analysis platform. And then we're going to take that information and put it on the live trade, in the sense that this is my platform I trade with. And also, if you want to join, there should be a link below this video to join this platform, and you can begin your journey of making money on the financial market. So let's get on with it. As I said, basically I use investing.com to do a lot of my analytical work, and today we're looking at XAGUSD. It's a silver mining company, or silver mining tracking. The button is really XAG against USD. It's silver against the US dollar. We're going to base ours on a bit of a historical movement that has already happened. But I'm going to give you some indications when to get into that market and take advantage of what is called a trend. This is a trend. Basically, we're going to use, as I said, investing.com to do a lot of analytical work for us. So firstly, I'm going to pull this over here and pretend we haven't seen this yet. Okay, on my right, we haven't seen it yet. I'm going to set it like if it was happening and we don't know what's happening. But this has shown up, but at the same token, we have noticed before that happened, it has been trending pretty well. So we're going to follow the concept of follow the trend. So that's the trend regardless of what's happened up here. And in this particular case, the time interval is set at a minute. Now I can set it at 5 hours and see a long-term progress of the chart, but I have decided and I found a finer tuning it when you get in or purchase opportunity is in the 1 minute time frame. So I'm going to take it from this point. Okay, now remember on the right here we haven't seen it, the market hasn't come. Now I'm going to set up some other indicators. Remember, the trend is going up. It's a bullish market. Bear that in mind. We're going to follow the market going up. Although it's going up and down, but basically the mindset is the market's going up. These are the most important elements or the signals that you need now to tap into. Up on this button here, click on it, indicator. You're going to select some indicators. These are the 2 indicators that I've been using. It's been advised to me to use, and they've been pretty accurate. Now, I make mistakes at times going against the indicators, but let me show you what the indicators are. One is MACD. Click on MACD, and that should bring that MACD chart up. And there should be another one, which is called Stop Toss RSI. Click on that. That's all we need to have. We've got 1, 2, 3. 3 charts that we're going to incorporate to give us an idea where the stock is going to go into the future. Okay, just using candlesticks, the price range of the actual asset. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be silver against US. It can be the same with any other buttons that you choose, and you can choose any one of these on the right side here. And this is another strategy too. If you want to set it up like how I've got here, you got the main chart on your left or on the right, wherever. Then you got these other buttons available to you. If you see that silver against US is not showing much difference, so you can really certainly just click on it and we'll bring up that chart with all your settings on it. Now, because you're using the simple system to do your research, all these buttons, how it's set up, can help you navigate to find the best asset or whatever you wish to One of the best strategy that I can share with you is choose one product, one asset, one button, one pair. It doesn't matter which one. You just choose one and follow that one until you find your position to get in the market. In fact, it is actually recommended by some of the top players or the top traders. Just choose one button, one asset, one stock. Follow it vigorously and you start to get a pattern. You start to see the pattern of that particular stock's movement. Then you can capitalize on it. So that's another strategy that you can apply. And in this case, that's why I'm only focusing on XAG against US, not in conflict or adding any other button to the scenario. So take that into consideration when you come into the trading on a financial market. Choose one that you recognize or understand or love, whatever the reason is, and just vigorously follow that one and make your money with that one product. And you'd be surprised. Because if you have too many, your mind can't cope with the many differences of each asset or stocks. But by choosing one, you're focusing on just that particular one. And you'll start to learn its pattern in the future. And you might even recollect what time is the best time to trade that particular stock. So again, that's another gold nugget that I'm sharing with you to trade with. But today we're going to continue with XAG. That 1 minute interval, we got the MACD up. We also got the Stosh RSI indicator. You got the blue line and the red line, the same with MACD. So you're looking at these two lines when they cross over one another, and they cross over at different time. And not only do they cross over, you'll notice this MACD will go up and down between these two lines. It's like a barrier or boundary. They got to stay within this boundary. But although they are staying within this boundary, the actions, the price actions of the actual stock is independent also. But it's supposed to be following it to a certain degree. Now, if you have a look here, right up the top here, okay, give us some indications here. They tend to follow each other. In the perfect situation, you should be able to read when that happens. Well, let's look at this particular case. The blue line is below the red. Okay, these are moving averages or the price range, if you wish. And it's the same here. It's with the RSA. It's also behind the red line. Now, notice if you come up a bit further, then the blue line has crossed over, and it's behind now the red line. It's the same here with the MACD. Now, it hasn't shown much here, but it started to cross over a little bit, not much, but it dropped. But notice the price also changed in accordance with how these are indicating. What you need to do is be able to read these two indicators, which tells us where the actual price of the asset is going to be. So let's continue, because whatever tells us here, we apply on our main trading platform. The trading platform may not have all these indicators, so we use a third party analytical charts to help us navigate and show us where the asset is going to be in the future. The stock is on the bullish, meaning it's going up. But even though the price range is facing down at this stage, we'll just bear that in mind. This stock is going up. We're going to look for a place to enter the market. And here is a classic point now. Notice that's coming down. MACD is coming down. And although RSA fluctuates up and down, it doesn't matter. But it looks like at this point, right here, it's pulling it down. Pretty sure if we continue, this particular case, the RSI will cross over on top of the red, and this will pull the market up, in theory. So let's continue to pull this back. I'm waiting here. I haven't bought anything yet. I'm deciding to purchase what it's called a buy order, but I'm looking at this because I know the stock is bullish. So I'm just looking for an entry point because it's down low, bringing this down low also. That's another great indicator. What I've got to look for now is the blue line also to cross on top of the red, likewise with the RSI, and that'd be a perfect time to open up a trade. We're waiting patiently for the market to do its thing, and we're watching, not panicking. Okay, notice it's starting to recover, rebound if you wish. The MACD has already crossed over the red. Now it's on top of the red, but it came in earlier at this stage. It's come in earlier, here we go. That's our indicator. It's on top, the same here. Now I can make a purchase now, a trade of a buy position because of these two indicators on top of each other. I'm sorry, on top of the red. That's low. That means it's pulling this down in the beginning from the top here. Now it's kind of recover. And I'm believing as this MACD continues to rise higher towards the boundary, it will also pull the stock price up. I'm going to open up my position at this point. It's starting to get a pullback here. I can wait a little bit longer until the RSI reach down the bottom here like what it has in the past, or I can just make that purchase now. That's entirely up to you, but my recommendation is because it has crossed over, that's all you need to use as an indicator. It's going to fluctuate up and down, but at least you got a point of reference. You have come in the market. I mean, if you saw this earlier like this, for example, as this crossover, you would have bought it. I would have bought it all because of green candles also give me an indication. It's not strong, but enough to give me a get into the market position. I'll show you another strategy after if it didn't go our way. That's why we have what is called stop loss. Okay, so I purchased. I'm going to put an indicator in there just to give us, you can use a lot of these just to give you reference, points of reference. Okay, I'm going to put it right here. That means I purchased my position. I purchased my position down here somewhere. Up here, now let's pull this over. Hasn't come yet. So we go back to our analytical research. Okay, as we're waiting, we already purchased the position just using these two indicators. It's just gone above the red line, both of them. It's a perfect scenario, and of course, it showed on the price of the stock. So as we wait after we purchase, RSI is going to come down. It's going to pull that down a little bit, the price. I wouldn't worry too much about it. It's called noise. Okay, so we wait right during the day. Okay, this is starting to pull up the MACD and the blue line still above the red. Although the RSI is starting to come down a bit, not to worry too much because the trend, remember, is up. The trend is up. Let me see if I can put another line up here. So we wait. Remember our position's up already. Okay, during the day we wait. Okay, here we go. Notice now the RSI, now blue line is above the red. Looking at these two indicators, it sure is going to pull the price up. Make our entry here, but we decided this was the best chance to enter the market. Right now, you can open up another position. So you have two positions if you wish. It's just another strategy. That's what I was saying it to earlier. If you know something was so good and you know this is perfect, invest a little bit more into it. So I'm going to invest a little bit more because of this fact. The MACD is starting to come up. It's halfway to reach around about the boundary. And the RSI is way down the bottom here. And they will only pull the price higher. So I've got two positions now. During the day, we wait for the stock to trade. They continue and continue. Okay, notice the blue line is up above the red on the MACD, and although the blue line is below the RSI, it doesn't matter. I still have in my mind the trend is up. History has shown it is going up, so that's what I'm bearing in mind. That's pulling it up also. And notice it's starting to show that effect here. Okay, that's bottoming out, the RSI. Now it's coming back up. And the blue line now is on top of the red, just like at the top here. And notice the trend is starting to show. Trend line, regardless of all up and down. We'll just look at the straight line. Okay, so we wait for the day. Our position's holding pretty good. Okay, that's nice. The MACD will start to float back down again. Okay, we're going to study this a little bit while we're looking at the price chart. Remember the basic. Let's go to 5 hour to see a bigger picture. Too big. Let's go to 1 hour. Now that's of the trend that I was trying to show you. Trend line up here. It's been going up ever since. Even though it's down a little bit up here, but basically the trend is going up. So let's change that back to 1 minute. Okay, and as we wait during the day, keeping an eye on these two indicators. Okay, that's relatively good. The price, stock price is pretty good. It's starting to go flat here. These are the sort of things I wouldn't worry because basically, again, I know the trend it's going up. So we're basically having that strong mindset. And of course, the trend is doing what it's supposed to be. Not as fast, not as high, but basically just following also what our indicators here, MACD and RSI, is showing. And we can keep holding our purchase. Now that little drop, it's showing because the blue indicator is below now the red line. And of course, it's forced by the RSI coming down at the same time. Considering that RSI will come back up again, will continue to force the price up, regardless the MACD is starting to float down. I think the trend is continuing to go to pull the price range up. So we continue to hold on to our trade. Okay, this is where you make the edge, they call it. This is where you make a lot of money when you can have this edge. And this edge is shown again because of the trend. You believe the trend because that's what history does. And that's what professional people who trades on the financial market notice. The trend, when the trend is strong, it pulls the price of any asset up regardless of the noise or the small movements during the day. Notice it's still coming down basically, but now it's starting to, the blue line is starting to be on top of the red line. Also, it's forced up by the RSI. Okay, so we continue to hold our positions. We're also looking for an indicator now to take our profit. But we don't take a profit too early when there's so much money on the plate that's on offer. So we're keeping an eye on these two, and relatively, if the trend's still strong, to keep pulling the price up. So we wait and we wait and we wait during the day. Now it's just starting to go flat. I trust the trend. The trend is strong. If the MACD keeps coming down, we'll hit the baseline again and we'll recover. They will pull the actual market up a bit more. So we continue to hold on to our positions. We've got two positions. Okay, it's starting to come down. That's because also the MACD is down. And of course also the RSI. So the two has pulled this price range down. But I still believe the trend is strong to pull it back up again. And as these two sort of recover, come back up again, it's also going to show in the price range. So we continue to hold our position. And notice as we hold our position, the price is coming down. And these two indicators are just starting to float back up again. Okay, already the RSI has gone above the red. MACD still below, and it's just going to cross over. So we continue to hold. And as we hold, okay, there's the secret. MACD has crossed, and straight away, bang, we get a sort of a spike. Because everybody else is watching this. Okay, everybody around the world is watching this. All the traders are watching this just like I am, waiting for this moment because they know it will come. And because also the trend was strong, all these combinations come into play. So you got a good strong trend of the product. Now the market is showing that also that relatively, and when everybody's watching this and they pump money into the market or purchase the product, and of course it's going to shoot to the sky or drop, whichever position that you're holding. And in this particular case, it is showing exactly what is happening. Everybody watching around the world are purchasing this particular stock at this point, where we have purchased ours way back here and just holding on to it because we believe in the trend. Okay, now we hold on to our position because we know we're going to make a lot of money from this open position, and already as you can see, it's gone right above where our price or entry point was. Hold on, let me squeeze that down a little so it can show us. Okay, that's where we purchased. That's where it's starting to recover. Now it's going to come down a bit more again, but we're going to keep an eye on. These are the edge in where you make a lot of money on any assets when you can read the market to a certain degree. I believe that the trend is the one that's doing the pulling of this product higher and higher, regardless of any activities or daily activities that we are monitoring here. Again, it looks like the MACD is going to come down, which also will pull the price down at the same token. Now, if we continue to hold, there'll be a great time to get out and sell our position. Okay, it's coming down. That's basically understandable. Okay, these indicators showing that, but of course, just as the blue line is on top now of the red, Just as the MACD is crossing over, again the price shoots up. Very similar here. If you have a look at this indicator, it's repeating itself. And of course the trend, okay, the trend continues to pull the stock up. You're trusting the trend. The trend is in the back of your mind, saying, yes, this stock is going to continue to grow. It's the trend. And you keep remembering, punching that into your mind, not to get scared of the fact. It's the trend that's causing this price rise. Now look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Because we're reading the market. We're not trying to fight the market. We're just following the market. Okay, the trend of this particular product continues to grow and it's making us money. This is a day's trade, of course. And we continue to hold, and look what's happening. Crossing over, perfect time. When these two are perfectly in coordination, the result shows exactly what that is. The blue line of MACD crosses over the red, it's on top, exactly the same time as RSI crosses over. Just very similar here. Okay, so we know all these combinations makes us money, so continue to hold. And we continue to hold, and we're looking now possibly at getting out of the position. That's where we can consider now getting out of the position if you want. It's already crossed over. See, it's gone up to the highest boundary. As that's coming down, I'm sure it's going to pull the price down. I'll be getting out of this at this point only because of this indicator. If this MACD was down here, it'd be perfect time. But I'm looking at it. The trend is strong. These two are out of sync. If RSI was up here, I'll be holding on to my position. I'm willing to gamble and just let it ride for a little while, and I'm going to watch it. The RSI will help pull it back up. Okay, I'm just going to keep watching. Okay, now it's time to make a recovery. Let me get it a bit bigger. RSI, see, these two are out of sync. They're opposite each other, so it's going to have a little bit of conflict. I'll be willing to hold on to it for a little while I'm watching, so I don't want to lose too much of my profit. I'm betting that the RSI is going to force the price up, even though the MACD is coming down. Now hold on to it. If there was 3 of these red candlesticks showed up, I would have got rid of my position. That's another indication too. It didn't happen, so I'm going to hold on to it. Okay, it's starting to show. If it shows 2 more red candlesticks, then I'm getting out of the position. Hold on to it. No free candlesticks in a row. Now, if it shows 3 green candlesticks, then of course it's going to continue to grow. A bit of consultation. Some people are starting to sell their position. Okay, here we go. Just as these two are crossing over, already the RSI has already crossed over anyway. MACD has just crossed over, and this is, and I wouldn't say it's down the bottom, but it's lower than it's midway. So I'm going to hold on to it. I'm taking more profit. Yes, more profit. Now it's starting to come down only because the RSI is pointing down, of course, and it's crossed over. Now again, I can consider getting out of the position, but the look of it has the trend finished at this point of time. Now you can consider taking your profits out now and close your position, or you can continue if you wish, only because MACD looks like it's starting to rise again. That will force the price up. I'm going to gamble and wait it out a little bit longer. I'm going to go with the MACD even though the RSI is pointing down. Just wait for it. If I get 3 red candlesticks in a row, then I'll get out of position. Okay, hold on to it. 1, nothing there. The green's back up. Okay, nothing's come up to tell me to get out. So continue to hold on, because this is where you make the money. The trend, holding on, keep holding on. That's good. See, the trend is pulling the whole stock up. I hold on to it. That's good. There's nothing here to watch but to take the money. Now I'll be watching. If 3 red candlesticks pops, then it's time to get out. And this is the beauty of indicators. You're reading something. If there was 3 of these red candlesticks in a row, then it's time to get out. Good strong ones, not the little one. Okay, now notice the 3 candlesticks is popped, and notice that started from up here. This is a good time to consider getting out of it. It's not much, but you want to save all this capital that you have, or the profits anyway that you have captured. You don't want to lose any. Now, this is a good time to get out of it. It's not the best of indicators, but it's something. But it's also showed from this point. Okay, that's also shown here. But because these two are down now, I'll be likely to hold on to it. So that's what I'm going to do. You make your choice from this point on. Only because they're both down. And once these cross over, then it's going to force the price up. Again, I hope. So we've got continue to hold on. Now, that's definitely, I'll be getting out. But because these two are down low, I'm going to gamble on holding on to. I don't suggest you do so, but I really said to you, if you get 3 red candlesticks, that's time to get out. Don't go against your rules. Those are rules that's set so you can understand. Let's assume that you have got out, okay, but we continue to watch the stock. During the day, we continue, okay, that's good, that's time to go flat, so you got out at a good time, regardless, and it's perfect. You have made a substantial amount of money, and you got out at a good time. So let's mark that to see where we are. We got out, say, here, close that up to see how much money we made. Now, this is the point I want to reference. Okay, we got in 2 positions here, and look how much money we made when we got out. 282613. Then we got out at 286385. So that's pretty good income out of those 2 trades. And basically, my friend, all that research and analytical process was applied on our platform. So our platform, all it does is to open and close the trade and make money in. But the real work is done on these platforms that I have just shown you. I hope I've given you some idea. I mean, it's not a perfect idea, but in this classic case, I've given you an opportunity to see a trend at its best, and indicators giving us the opportunity to continue. So if we held on, okay, just because we got out of here, just imagine you held on and watch what the market does. You continue to make a little bit more money. Okay, and if you continue just to hold on, right, and you probably got out at this point. But there you go, my friend. That's the simple indicators that I can show you. Nothing complicated. You're just using these 2 indicators, MACD and RSI, to give you reference when to get in. Watch the market. Remember, you're following a trend, even though these 2 indicators are giving you certain elements, what's happening, what the noise. But the basic rule of the game is follow a trend. And that trend certainly proved to be very, very productive. But anyway, this is Stephen Arford from Arford Fortune, creating fortunes for the future. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube video and join some of these apps that I'm recommending here. In this particular case, if you want to join this particular app, I'm not too sure. Oh, Funded Elite. Funded Elite, let me share a little bit of ideas with you here. You buy a contract for, say, using $7,000. This is the one I bought. And I bought it for $60 to use $7,000. Here we go, $7,000. My only money at risk is $60. All I got to do now is make sure I build this account up. It's already up by 389 just before I close this video. I just started this account at $7,000. Okay, I traded it and went pretty good. That's the balance. I mean, that's the profit. It's the profit that we get paid by, not the $7,000. $7,000 just a tool. And again, it's only $60 I paid for it, and it's only $60 I'm risking. But the potential is to access a large amount of money to be traded to make your real money. Just an open trade I made and captured that moment. It's up here. It has traded up to 708. Unfortunately, I keep trading it, and it went down. We lost about $500. But anyway, this is Stephen Arford from Arford Fortune, creating fortunes for the future. I look forward for you joining me on trading on the financial market. We love you. God loves you. We'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.